for the most part. That's most, in eating the grass, I guess. Ass and grass for these apes. All right. But anywho, so prophetic in so many different ways. But one of the biggest things that he got pushed back on was the fit, feminine, and friendly mantra they put out there. And again, he was able to take complex ideas or just really important things and make them simple to understand and package them in a way that can be repeated. So it's really interesting how he took all his salesman experience. I remember him mentioning that he had a boutique advertising agency, and what he was doing was applying that expertise to content. And in the last couple of years of his life, he mastered that shit. All right, and he taught us a lot about image and presentation. All right, so I want to go ahead and get into this, but so before we get into Shorty again, because I did touch on it a little bit yesterday, pause, but I wanted to shut this drum real quick.
And you can do that, but at the end of the day, men are the consumers, and men aren't buying it. Yeah. Because see, here's the thing: you can be an average, acute-looking woman, and years ago you could have got a man, a husband, but now when you are trying to put on someone else's hair, put on some, even if you don't do that, but just the weight is doing a lot, man. I can't say in the black community the weight is doing a lot, because I have women who are calling in who don't even realize that it's an issue. I had a woman call in the other day, and I said, ma'am, at your height and your weight, I mean, no offense, ma'am, but you're the size.
Look at his face when he says this shit.
Size of a middle linebacker. And she said, no, I'm not. I'm like, and I went and pulled up Lawrence Taylor. Yes, ma'am, but you're the size of a middle. At your height and your weight, I mean, no offense, ma'am, but you're the size of a middle linebacker. And she said, no, I'm not. I'm like, and I went and pulled up Lawrence Taylor, NFL great. I'm like, and I was like, he's 4 inches taller than you. She was shocked. So how do we get this back on track? Well, when 4 out of 5 of our sisters are overweight and no one can tell you nothing, I don't know who can get through to them. We have to start having women be honest with each other. Because when you're raised in our culture, mom leaves the house. So they may hear it from me, but until women start actually having, let's just use it, thoughtful, respectful conversations about, hey, we need to probably do this for our own health, for men or whatever, because men don't care why you do it. We just want it there. Because here's the thing. Men can't turn off and on their provider. If a man falls on hard times, stop producing, we can judge him. And if a man's not masculine, we can judge him. Well, we got to have that standard back up for men and women. And the question is, are people really willing to do it? And I honestly have more faith that they are than they're not.
That's a great point. And I think one of the challenges is with this.
There was a while back where, I'm not gonna mention the content creator's name and whatnot, and I get it, bro. You just doing your content and whatnot. But he spliced in a video of Kevin Samuels. I guess obviously when he was renting a room during the pandemic and whatnot, and basically the whole headline was, "Oh, you out here renting rooms," and it's like, even that perspective. Let me explain some shit real quick. In terms of behavior. And it's going to make a lot of people you know and maybe yourself look like a hater. But when people talk about you without giving you credit about what's great about you, it's one thing if you're doing that to them, or if it's a thing you did to them. Of course, the person maybe doesn't want to admit or acknowledge your credit. But whenever someone is having a conversation, like for example, if I'm watching a battle, right? There are two people, right? If I say that the other guy completely dominated the other one, or it just wasn't. If I'm not speaking on the other one, that was one. Now, if I'm not speaking on the other guy, it's probably going to be because of a few things. I'm a bigger fan of the other guy, right? And also, in my mind, I'm comfortable with I wanted him to win. and he did enough for me to say that he won and everything, and that's okay. That's a thing that we do. Human beings are supposed to have, you know what I'm saying? We're supposed to have a natural bias. But the thing was, whenever someone talks about you, and that's what bothered me about the Drake and Kendrick thing. People who felt like K-Dot got it wasn't giving Drake any acknowledgement to the point where they acting like I'm gonna keep saying it. If Kendrick would have rapped in Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne, and Future's voice going at Drake, y'all would have thought that was amazing. Telling me that dissing the nigga from the voice of Tupac is not fucking hard, you're tripping. Like you're fucking. I'm sorry, it's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just dumb. If you don't think Family Matters is fucking amazing.